Hey guys, welcome in. I hope everyone's doing well today. So today I'm going to be making this. It's actually a Ukrainian turkey meatball soup. I've actually made this 2 days in a row because my husband has just really enjoyed it. My husband loves soups. So I'm gonna have to get on my soup game, guys, because he's getting that like soup bug all of a sudden where he wants soup, which he usually does in the fall. So anyway, I found this recipe online. It seemed really simple. So let's get to it. I cut up my carrots, my onions, and my celery, and I'm just gonna brown them off in this sauce. What do you call those? Soup pots, whatever. And then this is my broth. It's just like it's actually Asian broth that I buy at the Korean store. It's powdered beef broth, and I'll attach it, or I'll put a screenshot of it so you guys know what it looks like. But that's the best broth ever. So I'm just gonna like cook this down a little bit and let the vegetables get soft and add some spices to it. So we're gonna add basil, which I really wanted fresh basil, but you do what you can with what you got, right? So I'm gonna put my basil in here. And guys, this weather is killing me, right? It's like hot one day, cool the next day, hot the next day, cool the next day, hot the next day. It's like, can we get to the point already? Which yesterday was the first day of fall officially. And yeah, so here's thyme. I don't know, guys. Have you ever smelled thyme? It kind of smelled minty to me, but that's what the recipe said to do. So I'm following the recipe because I've always been told, follow the recipe the first time, and then if you don't like it, you can make changes to it later. And this is ghee. This is just clarified butter, really, and it's shelf stable. It's really expensive, actually. It's very expensive. But you just put some of that in there, and it just makes the broth like super delicious. It makes it like that shiny, soupy broth. It's so good. And here's my garlic. I chopped up my garlic, put my garlic in there. The broth is looking so good. That's the most important thing. You got to build your broth up. Once you build that broth to taste delicious, then you can start adding other stuff to it. But first, you got to build your broth. Look, I'm going to show you. Isn't that beautiful, that steam? And it would be nice if it was cold outside, but it's hot. I'm making this soup and it's hot outside. Look at me, so happy with my broth. My creation. So my broth is looking good. It's looking nice and rich. I'm gonna add this parsley to it. And honestly, guys, does parsley have a taste? Does parsley really have a taste? I can't taste it. Not when it's dried like this. I think it just makes it look nice. You know what I'm saying? Parsley always makes it look like that chef's kiss. You know what I'm saying? It makes it look like you took your time to make it. You can put parsley in anything and it look amazing. Like when they finish dishes, like at the end, they'll like sprinkle it with parsley to make it look nice. I can't taste parsley. Y'all let me know. Do you know what parsley tastes like? I don't. Look at that broth. Doesn't that broth look like it can kill a cold in a second? I'm telling you. And I put some turmeric, just a little bit of turmeric in there for the color. I don't know if you guys know, but yellow cheese has turmeric in it. So for all the people who don't say, people who be like, I've never had turmeric before. Yes, you have. If you had yellow cheese, you've had turmeric. And look, so you want to let your broth like that be like a rolling boil before you put meat into it, because your meat will just fall apart otherwise. So, and my meatballs, all I did was mix. The recipe just said to put onion powder, garlic powder, and an egg. This time I made only a pound of turkey, so I just put one egg, and it stuck together. I was surprised that one egg did that. I was like, I didn't even need breadcrumbs. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this from now on, because I don't eat bread like that. So it's perfect. It came out so delicious, guys. I can't even tell you. I was so happy my husband liked it too. I was a little worried because he's really particular about the things that he likes to eat. And I read on the recipe, I attached the recipe in one of the short that I made that I posted the other day, the recipe says that it's Ukrainian tradition to stir in an egg, right? And I was like, do I really want to stir in an egg? I don't know. But I was like, I'm going to follow the recipe. I'm going to follow the recipe to the T. And then if I don't like it, I'll change it. Because I had already made up my mind. I was like, if he don't like it, I'm going to have to eat this myself. You know what I'm saying? But it started to look delicious. And here's the meatballs. It floats. It said only cook them for 20 minutes and they'll be done. But I knew as soon as they were floating, I was like, yeah, they're done. So then I got my eggs, right? And it said to like make a swirl, like make your broth swirl and then pour in the egg. And I was like, okay, here we go. We're going to do this. And I did it and I poured my egg in and I was like, at first I was like, this looks weird. Right? I was like, what? I just messed this soup up. Are just going to think I'm crazy. But I just kept stirring it in and stirring it in. And eventually it got all stirred in. And guys, oh my goodness, my favorite Asian soup is egg drop soup. Now, I don't know if that's traditional Asian soup, but when you order from a Chinese restaurant, the egg drop is what I liked. And this literally came out tasting like and feeling like egg drop soup with turkey meatballs. I was like, oh my goodness, I've just learned a new way to cook egg. And I know it looks funny right here, but once I put it in a bowl, it started looking like, oh, okay, this looks like egg drop soup. And now I'm like, yes, now I know how another way to cook eggs, because we eat a lot of eggs. And so now it's time to serve it up. And I'm like, oh, I hope this looks good. For me, it's all about aesthetics. Like, I want it to look good to my husband, right? Like, when I present it to him, I want him to be like, oh, this looks nice. Or, you know. And so when I was putting it in the bowl, I was like, the egg kind of looks crazy. But I was like, oh, there it is. It looks delicious now. Look at that. Rich broth with egg drop soup. Guys, for real. I'm gonna make some Asian egg drop soup. Because all you have to do is add like the sesame seed oil to it and it's going to taste like Asian soup. But look at that. Delicious. It was so delicious. And I actually put...
guys, this came out so good. I'll try to attach the recipe in the link. But this is, I think it's a traditional... I put red chili flakes in it. But I think it's a Polish recipe. I think it's Polish, babe. It's either Polish or Russian or something.
I know one thing, it's food.
You're gonna like it, babe. It's delicious. And it says in the recipe, it's their tradition to like stir in an egg, that's what you saw me do. So it tastes like egg drop soup. Like if you were to put some sesame oil in here, it would taste just like egg drop soup. But this is so delicious, and it only took like an hour to make. So yeah, you guys should try it.
You tell me. No, you gotta taste the broth and everything.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. 2 quick shout outs. One to Trisha from Vegas. Thank you so much. And also to Jackie Joy. Thank you guys, my subscribers. I love you all. Bye.